black people.
Egypt means black people?
Yes. See, the word Egypt is not in the language of the old Egyptians, or old, I prefer to say, Kemetic people at all. That name does not appear until Egypt is finished as a nation, and it's under the control of foreigners, namely Greeks. But if you look at the name that Egyptians wrote when they described themselves, they call themselves Kemites, or Kemet, K-M-T, the phoneme K-M and a T. And it has a little picture of two people besides the K-M-T, which is the way to make the meaning of a word clear. That's called a determinative. And you have a man and a woman showing both sexes, and then you have three little lines under it, which means plural. So that means men and women plural, and black men and women plural, and that means black people, which some Egyptologists have suggested means black dirt or black land because of the land around the riverbank. But the argument, the definitive argument on that, I think, has been presented by Dr. Cheikh Anta Diop, who died a couple years ago, and it was his work that, from the basis of linguistic and cultural analysis, showed that they were indeed referring to themselves as a black people. But there's more to it, because they not only referred to themselves as black people, they referred to themselves in all instances when talking of their origins as African. For example, their home, which they call the Holy Land, was south of Egypt. They call their home Ta Neter, or Ta Neteru, which meant land of the gods. And they said they had come from upriver, going south, you go up. And so they had come from up south. And they said, more specifically, at the foothills of the Mountain of the Moon, where the god Hapi dwells.
Now, there are two mountains of the moon, is that correct?
There may even be three. There would be at least, the two would be Mount Kilimanjaro,
which is in Kenya.
In Kiswahili, that means Mountain of the Moon, from Kenya. But also Mount Rwenzori, which is in Uganda, on the other side of Lake Victoria, or Lake Nyanza. That is also sometimes referred to as Mountain of the Moon. And that is at the source of the White Nile, which would be consistent with the description of the Egyptians, on the equator of where they came from. There's also a Blue Nile, which starts at Lake Tana in Ethiopia, and there are mountains around that lake as well, which are also sometimes called Mountain of the Moon. So in either case, the source of the Nile, White or Blue Nile, would be deep in Central Africa and would be where black people have always resided.